Hello, hello, Taurus. You're first on the zodiac because this is your month, your birthday month. So, whenever is your birthday, I do wish you all a very happy birthday. I was gonna read about your horoscope for the month and then do the personal reading just to give you an idea of what to look out for, like with the different full moons and the different placements and stuff, what I found for you guys, just to help you out better. All right, for you, this is a fortunate month, Taurus. Mercury will reside in your sign since the 5th, highlighting your communication skills, self-confident, and much more talkative than usual. A great occasion if you wish to assert your rights, discuss, draw conclusions, study, or travel in a lovely way. Venus is arriving to you on the 14th and will blossom here for your utmost delight. Success in love and finance will be with you. Finally, Mars in Cancers in the second half of the month favors tender actions and small signs of attention. You should easily find your landmarks and evoke tender responses of the soul. This is the moment to make use of your seducer toolkit. Your second half or your lovely creature might well give in. Try to make as much profit as possible out of the full moon in Scorpio on the 18th for arranging and Redress an ardent night, a decoration of love in the moonlight. The ambivalence will be particularly passionate and sensual. So this is a good month, not only for when it comes to, communication skills, to love, but I feel like a lot of you are radiating this magnet vibe because I feel like a lot of you are nourishing yourselves. A lot of you are really coming into, very beautiful time right now, especially for May, I feel like. But those are kind of things to look out for. I did pre-shuffle the cards. It's just laid them out like this. And then, yeah, that's pretty much that. And this is a general reading, so it may not apply to all of you, but to some of you. This is at the bottom of the deck, pretty much what's going on, the weather, things to look out for of that nature, the King of Wands. So I feel like it's all about perception, especially when it comes to, your love, when it comes to your communications. Also, too, if some of you may not know, Taurus is all about communication. Taurus is pretty much the neck of the zodiac, which is really interesting. It's all about voicing and expressing yourself to the fullest. And we have Uranus going on for the next 7 years, so it's all about change and stuff. And but I feel like a lot of you are really shining at the moment. Really, you could have been in a period of confusion, possibly, things that you've been dealing with for the past years or weeks, months, and so forth. So I feel like this is a good month for you, especially for your birth month. Usually I feel like when it's ever a sign in their month, they're in their element. So they're more in their full potential and more power to things gravitate toward them. So I feel like this is a good month to start out. All right, let's get started. Especially love, it just seems like, Venus is, what rules you guys, so that's all about love. All right, give me a moment to look at the cards. We'll just take cards one at a time. Try not to make it long and drawn out. And also too about Taurus. Taurus is, like I said, is the neck of the zodiac, but like when it comes to chakras, you guys are the blue chakra, which is about, the throat chakra, speaking your truth, self-expression. So But I feel like you guys are going to be great at that. But for other people, they may need to do some throat meditation or throat practices where they're really expressing who they are authentically. Just give a heads up. All right, so you're coming in May with the Five of Swords. So I feel like this is kind of like a past energy coming into this month where you're pretty much laid down your swords. You pretty much, put it in your own way of thinking, especially with, this being pretty much the weather and stuff and what's going on at the bottom of the deck. You've pretty much drawn the line. You could have set up boundaries, which I don't really suggest, but I feel like, if you're giving too much to people or if you're giving too much, to things that are toxic in your life, I feel like that you've done this already in some instance, or you're still trying to work through processing, cutting things out of your life, cutting people out of your life, trying to give an equal balance to the situation. And then you have the Three of Swords. So this could have been a third party situation. I feel like, whatever you had to cut out brought heartbreak. And I feel like that you're coming into this place of resolving those things, or you've done the work, you've done the healing when it comes to unlikely heartbreaks in your life and confusion. But this is for this month, but I feel like that's pretty much a past energy. And then you have the King of Cups. So I feel like this ultimately is, a love card. It's also, a watery energy. You've been dealing with, a water sign. But in general for this month, I feel like, you've come into this place of really indicating, how much are you giving to people and how much are, things that matter to you. I really feel like it's being highlighted and addressed that don't over drain yourself when it comes to, love dynamics, when it comes to situations where you're going to feel depleted. And I feel like that's a reminder, maybe past energies that you're still trying to have to figure out, give to yourself. Usually in the reverse, cups are pouring to you. That's about, giving to yourself. And this is all about your month. So I would highly suggest take this month out for yourself. Be a little bit selfish or naive or whatever. I don't know why that came to mind. Then you have the Empress in reverse. So that is about self-care. That is about, this is kind of an earthy energy, Taurus. Some people say it's Virgo too, so you could be dealing with a Virgo, or you're taking on this energy, this Taurus motherly energy. But with it being in reverse, I just feel like these cards are saying, be willing to give to yourself, even in a heartbreak situation. You could have been dealing with people that, put you in this heartbreak situation that maybe you didn't expect or you didn't want, and therefore it helped you understand how to better love yourself, how to really give to yourself, have to do with perception and stuff. I feel like that's pretty much past energy. Now we're moving forward in the month. You have the Page of Swords. So this is usually a young energy. This could be communication with someone, maybe in the middle of the month of May. I always feel like this is a social card because it has an app for like Facebook and stuff. So it could be someone, on Facebook, social media, text messages coming through, either you or another person. And then it has the Two of Cups. So it could be, soulmate connection. It could be a friendship connection, but usually this is soulmate. So it doesn't have to be love exactly, but it could also indicate someone is coming back to you to offer you a cup of love, especially with, Venus in your sign, and Mercury, you're going to have communication some way, I feel like. or an idea of that. But you or another person is going to be communicating a soulmate connection. But also too, you have the Five of Wands after that. So that could indicate there could be some conflicts with this person. It could be an ex coming back or someone of that nature, because with the Five of Wands, it's indicating you conflict with people. It could be also a family dynamic when it comes to these two people, or you and another person. So do beware of that. It could be a past dynamic coming through where you had a heartbreak, you had to cut your losses, or someone cut you out of the situation. But I feel like you may have to, confront this conflict of some sort. And then the Eight of Wands in reverse. So that's usually blocked communication. But I feel like with you having communication, maybe you don't want to insist talking with this person in some way, or that's how the other person feels with you, that they don't want the conflict, they don't want the problem, or it's indicating that you want to, settle the fuse, settle the conflict with this person, or vice versa. That's what I'm feeling. And then you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So this is all about, it is a Taurian energy. It's also, earth energy, about independence. So with it being out of reverse, I could possibly indicate, you are a single person, or you're dealing with someone who's single. Some of you who aren't in a relationship, you're still trying to balance things out when it comes to, things, day-to-day things, struggles within yourself. This, with also being reversed, I feel like it could indicate you're trying to get stable at this time. When some of you who've had, new jobs, experiences coming to you. But after that, you have the Justice card. So maybe you're getting justice served, dealing with legal battles. Maybe when it comes to your independence, when it comes to things moving forward. But also too, you have the Three of Pentacles. So it looks like you want to work with someone. It could be working, in a court case, a court battle, something that has to do with legal documents possibly. Maybe you're trying to get more stable and grounded with yourself. So you could be dealing with legal things, legal issues. It could be a marriage possible. For some of you, when it comes to your independence, maybe you want to become single at this time, but you're unsure at the moment. It could possibly be that, not sure. And then you have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, it's giving you anxiety. You're feeling stuck, but also too, I feel like this is an indication, this is kind of our own self victim mentality, where we have all these blockages, or we have all these negativities in our path, and we can't see outside of ourselves. So you could feel an entrapment. It could be whenever you're dealing with these third-party situation. There's three people in this card with the Three of Pentacles. Anything that has to do with court, legal documents, it could give you some anxiety. I don't want to predict anything, but I just feel like in some way it could have to do with, outside third-party situations, that you're seeing the conflict within yourself because of it, or something is brought into light when it comes to, maybe stability from someone, or you're being independent. Therefore, you have to, go to court for something or see something. I just feel I can go either or with it. Either this is happening to you, or you're seeing someone else. Sometimes people don't clarify that in readings, but I just feel like, it could be either or, not just you, or you're seeing other people, third-party situations where, it gives you a little bit of anxiety. anyways, that's what I'm feeling for the month of April for you guys. I hope you have a, or not April, May, sorry, May. Have a good one. Bye bye.